Hello and welcome to Ubiquiti. Alright, so the first step is to add your social media accounts, and you can do so by clicking the little plus icon on the left hand side here. This will bring you to this page where you can add your accounts. You can do so by either clicking on the little blue button or the plus icon in the upper right corner. From here you simply follow the instructions in the pop-up window and this will add your selected social media account. If you wish to add additional accounts, simply click on the plus icon and this will add another one of your social media accounts. Once your accounts have been added, you can click here to either edit or delete them. One of the main features of Ubiquiti is to be present across all social media and of course post to all of your social media accounts at the same time. You can do so by clicking on this section, which will allow you of course to add any text. You can add links, images, videos, you can play around with any emojis here, and you can also add in captions. Captions can actually be saved and used by automatically adding them into your post just by clicking on the little Get Caption section over here. If you wish to create multiple captions to have at your disposal, simply click here and this will bring you to this section where you can simply click on Add New. Give your caption a text and also add any emoji you want and simply click the update button. This will create your new caption which you can then edit or delete and they will be available whenever you post to your social media accounts under this section. You can select individual accounts to post to, or you can select them all simply by clicking here and you will have a preview on your right hand side over here. You can also schedule any post by simply clicking here and then choosing the date and time in the calendar. One of my favorite features is posting to groups that you yourself can create. So let me show you how that works really quick right now. So in order to create your specific groups you want to post to, simply click on this section over here and click on Add New Group. This will bring you to this window where you can simply drag and drop your accounts here on the right hand side. This will create your group that you want to post to. Let's say for example you're doing affiliate promotions and you want to post to specific social media accounts you have that you know that are interesting in, for example, your software reviews. So once you have created your specific targeted groups, you can simply click here and select one of your groups and only those accounts that are in those groups will be selected and you can post to only those accounts. You can also go to each individual social media platform and create posts that are specific to that platform. So for example, for Facebook, you can also post to media, linked and text, and for Instagram, you will also be able to create a story and a carousel post. And from here you can also upload your own files or you can use the file manager for already previously uploaded files, which of course then you can easily add to your posts. There will be some posting specifics. So for example on Instagram you have an advanced option here to enter location and add a first comment to your post. Under the YouTube section you will be able to add also text to your post. Any changes you make will be available in the preview on the right hand side. Under the schedule section you will be able to see any queued, published or unpublished posts on your calendar. You can select specific social media platforms to view the schedules for, and you can delete schedules for specific social media accounts as well. The Files Manager section is of course where you can upload and select all of your files for posting. Under the Report section you can make sure that all of your posts have been successfully completed. In the upper right corner you can select your profile and this is where you can set your time zone, which will be important when scheduling your posts. You can also change your password and check which package you have. Thank you for watching this Ubiquiti demo video. Hello and welcome to Ubiquiti Ultimate. Now the Ultimate version unlocks the full potential of Ubiquiti and sets your marketing on autopilot. So over here, if you hover over Instagram and Pinterest icons, you can see this little auto activity section. So let's go ahead and click here to show you the full features of Ubiquiti. So this is where you can see your running campaigns. You can see how many likes, comments, follows and so on you got so far. And if you like to set your auto activity, you go to settings and this is where all the magic happens. So this is where you can automate your activities such as likes, comments, follows, and so on. And the settings that you set below here will be applied to the activities. Okay, so first what you want to do is set your text. So you go over here under the text section, and this is where you set your tags for your niche specific account. And I do suggest you set your accounts for example, fitness or marketing, whatever it is, to be specific to that niche. And this is where you can add your tags. You can of course add them manually, or you can click here and upload a list of your tags, and those will be added under your tags. This is important because at the top here, once you are done adding your tags, you can set your targeting based on those tags. But it's important that you first add your tags, or at least 2 of them, for this to be able to work for your account. You can also target based on locations, and under followers and followings, you can follow users that follow certain usernames, or you can follow users that are followed by certain usernames. You can also set your auto activity to, for example, like the media posted by certain names added in your settings. And you can also follow users who have commented on the media posted by usernames added in your settings. And if you're wondering where to add these usernames, simply click below, and this is where you can add them, and the same goes for locations as well. So you can see how these settings are interconnected. One important setting here is the speed setting. And this is where Ubiquiti has your back, so be sure to check the suggested settings over here. Of course, if you go over them, this is at your own risks, but this is regarding the Instagram's terms of service, so to be sure that you are in compliance with their terms of service. So this is where you can set your speed, likes per hour, comments per hour, follows per hour, unfollows per hour, direct messages per hour, and reposted medias per day. Under filters, you can adjust some cool settings such as media age. And here, for example, you can select one day if you want to interact only with media that are not older than 1 day, so fresh media on Instagram. Under media type, you can choose to interact with photos, videos, or both. The minimum likes filter will basically allow you to interact with the more popular media, so you can use it to select the media that have a minimum amount of likes. And similarly, you can select the max likes filter to interact only with media that have maximum selected amount of likes. And the same goes with comments and followers. Under the comments section is where you can add your comments, of course, and they will be randomly selected from the list that you have, of course, entered here. To make it look natural, be sure to use comments that are more general in nature. And you can add your comments here, which will also allow you to use the spin text editor in order to spin your format of your comments so they come out looking more original. You also have the option here that you can check to not comment more than one photo or video of the same user. Direct messaging is another cool feature, and it allows you to set the direct messages by new followers or targets. And new followers are basically welcome messages, so this will only be applied to your new followers, or you can set it to target, which will be applied by the target settings above. And if you select this option, you want to target messages by those target settings. The follow section will allow you to not follow the same user after you have already unfollowed them, and you can set it to don't follow private users. In the unfollow section, you can select which users to unfollow. You have 2 options: our source, which is recommended, and this option basically it unfollows only users that were followed by the service of Ubiquiti. And the other option is, of course, all, which if you select it, will unfollow all users that you are following. You can unfollow users after a certain amount of days, and you can check to not unfollow your own followers. So this will be basically users who followed you back. Under the repost media section is where you can set to repost your media by tags, usernames and locations, and you can set captions below to be added to those reposted medias. So by tags, this will select this option if you want to repost media on list on the hashtag list, usernames, username list, and locations on the list of locations. And speaking of locations, under the location settings is where you enter locations to get media from if you are using locations as your media source, and you can add up to 100 locations. Under usernames is where you can enter usernames that will be applied into the targeting section. So using followers or followings of usernames, this is where you enter those usernames to be applied to the targeting section. The blacklist section is basically where you can set tags, usernames, and keywords that you want your auto activity to avoid altogether. The auto stop section will basically allow you to adjust when you want your auto activity to stop. So once the likes counter reaches this number, or the comments or the followers, your auto activity will be stopped automatically, and you can enter 0 in order to basically disable the auto stop activity. Another cool ultimate option is the search media, where you can basically search media by tags or usernames, and from here it will directly allow you to post as a post, regular post, a story, or a carousel post. Another cool feature that we have included into the ultimate version is the watermark option, where you can upload your image and easily upload your own logo and easily watermark your image before posting to your social media account. Thank you for watching Ubiquiti Ultimate Demo.